Thank you so much, Pius, for joining us on the show. We appreciate your time. Pius, I think you need to unmute your mic so we can hear you clearly and have a conversation. Great. I can hear you right now. Thank you so much for joining. I have Bemidepo Popola still on standby joining us. I'll begin with Pius. It's a die-hard today between Kano Pillars and Rivers United. But Pius, given the point gap and the remaining fixtures for these sides, do you think Rivers United still realistically they have a shot at the title, or is this Remo Stars to lose? I'm guessing you're muted again. All right, I'll be hoping that they can fix the sound so we can have a conversation with Pius Ahambe. But Bemidepo, I throw that question to you. With the fact that if you look at what Rivers United have got, the remaining fixture, do you think that something surprising can happen? And this season may be Remo Stars to lose?
I doubt if something surprising can happen at this point I doubt something surprising can happen at this point for Rivers United. I think it is Remo Stars' title to lose at this very point. And, going away for Rivers United to play against Kano Pillars, then it's a very difficult one. A very, very difficult one. I think the best they can see at the Sani Abacha Stadium is probably a draw. So it's at this point in time, it is out of their hands. But as we always say in our local parlance, miracle not tire Jesus. And I think Rivers United prayer warriors would have to do more than just pray, as the players would need to give it their all today in the game against Kano Pillars to actually prolong Remo Stars title celebrations. But for me, I think the trophy, as Fidelis Electrical said the other day, is already in Shagam, almost in Ikene. Probably by Sunday evening or Monday morning, it will get to Ikene, and the celebrations definitely might just start on Sunday.
So you have crowned Remo Stars the champions already. There's no need to even do any competitions.
For me, I think this season is gone already. The title should, Remo Stars, for me, I think they've paid their dues. And sincerely speaking, I bet any colossal, loss happening to Remo Stars. I do not see them relinquishing their hold, at the top at this point in time for the title. They've paid their dues, and I think they really deserve it at this point. So either a win or draw for Kano Pillars. That's what I see in the game against Rivers United. But definitely, it is a game of football. Anything can happen, and they can also get the win. But it will be very, very difficult for Rivers United to get the win at Kano Pillars today. So because Kano Pillars definitely are also going for the champion for the continent.
You speak with so much confidence concerning Rivers United, and I'm hoping that you don't have a beef against them. But sorry to cut you short. Sorry to cut you short. Let me feel the pause of Pius. Pius, please acknowledge that you can hear me right now. Oh, Pius, I do not know what's this force. Maybe this force around for all those who do not want us to hear Pius on the show today. You're bound. You're bound. Yes, you are. Pius, please say something.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Better.
I can hear you.
I can hear you too. Thank you. It's great. It's great to fight. We just rebuke the spirit.
I've been hearing you. I've been hearing you all along. I don't know what's been happening, but I've been hearing you all along.
I do not know what is really happening, but whatever is happening, move right now. Take the window. Take the door.
Amen.
All right, Pius, thank God we can hear you. Pius, I did ask Bemidepo a question, and Bemidepo was showing a lot of confidence concerning Rivers United. I'd love to ask you that question right now. Given the points gap and the remaining fixture that Rivers United have got, do you think that they, realistically, they have a shot at the title? Or is this season Remo Stars to lose?
I mean, from the very get-go, from the beginning of the season, I probably think I should start. I'm leaning towards that particular calling because I'd already predicted from the get-go that Remo Stars are going to win this league. Rivers United were only going to try to compete, but I think this season is Remo Stars. The season is just, I mean, Remo Stars has been written all over the season from the very beginning. They've been coming very, very close in the last 2 or 3 years right now, but I think this season is just there. So regardless of what happens today, even if Rivers United gets off 3 points today against Kano Pillars, which I really doubt that will happen, because the last time they got off 3 points against Kano Pillars away from home was in 2022 when Imawagwa scored that 70th minute goal against Kano Pillars. But I don't think that season is when they will go away at Kano Pillars to get all 3 points. Let's not also forget that the difference between Kano Pillars and relegation is not even far-fetched. I think it's about 7 points. Wow. They also want to cement their stand. They don't want to be back to the relegation battle because, I mean, any little thing, you just find yourself in that position. So I think regardless of what happens today, Remo Stars are even playing Niger Tornadoes on Sunday, which is a winnable game for them, judging by how they've performed this season. So I don't see anything stopping Remo Stars from winning the league. I think, like Bimdeku rightly mentioned earlier, is right. The trophy is already on its way to Ikene. It might not have gotten to Ikene at this point, probably be between Ijebu and Ekpe, but I'm sure it's going to get before Sunday.
Pius, how are you able to measure the distance that the trophy has taken? But it's all good. I know that you might have your own, what's available to you. But I must tell you both that Kano Pillars, they haven't had the most consistent season, yes, but they have been very strong at home. You both, they have been very strong at home. How much of a threat do you think that can pose for Rivers United today? Let me begin with Bemideko. What do you have to say?
Yeah, definitely. I think their strength at home should actually work in their favor today. I don't forget that their coach was suspended for a while, for a couple of weeks. So I think it affected the momentum of the boys. In an exclusive interview with the coach a few weeks ago, he talked about the fact that the suspension, he just coming back into the side, he had to rearrange some things, and the boys haven't lost concentration due to his absence on the side. And so it affected their movements, and it affected their standing at this point in time on the table. But do not take anything away. Kano Pillars at home, any point, any time of the day definitely will be a problem for any team. Even for Remo Stars, if they go to Kano Pillars at this point in time. So definitely, it promises to be a cracker, no doubt. Kano Pillars against Rivers United with a lot on the line. But no doubt, I don't think Rivers United will get the win in this one today. I do not see it happening.
All right.
The Kano Pillars, they are very strong, on themselves, and having the fans behind them, that will give them another advantage, as well as still having hopes of making the continent. According to what the coach said last week, he still has hopes, on making the continent, and all they can do is try to make it at home as well. Win your home games and then battle for probably a draw on away soil. And I think that's what they will do today. Try to win at home.
All right. Now, let's do the permutation. It's a good thing that I'm not in the middle. I've been placed at the side of you both. So I can't be choked by anybody. Let's do permutation.
That's all.
Pius, if Rivers wins today, how do you see the title race shaping up in the last 3 games? How do you see the title race? Remember that, let's say, yes, you said the title right now, the trophy is around Ijebu Ode. Abi? It has not gotten to Ikene yet. Aha.
Between Ijebu and Ekpe, yeah.
Between Ijebu, now you have added Ekpe. Okay, between Ijebu and Ekpe.
No, between Ijebu and Ekpe, it has not gotten to Shagam, it has not gotten to Ikene.
All right.
So between Ijebu and Ekpe, yeah.
All right, just like an investor is in between those places. But at this time, continental ticket is at stake. What do you think will make those continental tickets? Let's say we've had Remo Stars as the champions for 2024-2025. Let's see the top 6 at this time. Please, producer, let's see it. Let's see what the permutations will be for those who will make continental tickets. Pius, please.
Well, for those who make continental tickets, I've always been an advocate of private owned clubs. So sentimentally, I might be leaning towards Ikorodu City to join Remo Stars and Rivers United. Rivers United, yes. Again, before I even go into that, you asked a question earlier about Rivers United chances against Kano Pillars. Kano Pillars themselves have not been. They've not been really, really good in the last 7 games, they've only won one game, and that game was against Lobby Stars. Lobby Stars who are struggling. So they've drawn against Benden Insurance at home. against Nasarawa United at home. These are their last 3 home games. And then the last home game was against Remo Stars, and that was the only win they got in 7 games. So they've now also been very, very good. They've also had their own fair share of this instability when it comes to the management. At some point, their manager had to leave. We also had the former coach of Sporting Lagos, being rumored to be taking over and all of that. Everything happened in Kano Pillars, and then they are where they are today. I don't see that being said, I don't see them getting all 3 points today. I think the best they can get is a draw. But then if you have to narrow it down to the continental sport, I think Remo Stars will win the league. Rivers United will obviously make continental sport. And then Ikorodu City, they have this form that I want to see on the continent, and something is really going for them. So Ikorodu City, even though it will be very, very difficult because we have the likes of Abia Warriors and other guys bring down their leg for that position. But I think Ikorodu City should be able to hold their own. It's just unfortunate that they're playing Akwa United this weekend. Akwa United also need all 3 points to stay safe in the Premier League. So it's going to be a very dicey for Ikorodu City. But I think they should be able to hold their own their last few games to the end of the season, and then maybe make it to the continent. So Ikorodu City for me.
Okay. Bemideko, please quickly just give me your predictions for those who will take the continental tickets.
All right, very quickly, I think I might be leaning towards what Pius mentioned earlier. You can say I'm putting on an Ikorodu City jersey.
You've tried.
don't count me biased, definitely, but I think Remo Stars are on the continent already, Rivers United. So for me, I think it lies between Ikorodu City and Rangers. Yes, Rangers might be a bit far below at this point in time, beneath Abia Warriors and Bendel Insurance. But I think there's a grace that comes with Fidelis Electrical, and probably the grace will be enough for him to, make it to the continent. But Ikorodu City, as Pius said earlier on, I don't see them winning against Akwa United, who are definitely trying to fight relegation and would need all the 3 points. So I think Ikorodu City, they've punched beyond or above their weights and might just miss out narrowly in this one. So I see Enugu Rangers definitely going to the continent or other Warriors. But Ikorodu City will not be on the continent for me.
Wow, okay. I'll be waiting to see if these predictions come to fruition. Tanner, not our friend. I would have loved to go deeper into this conversation. But Pius, thank you so much for joining me on the show. Against all odds, for the fact that your shoulders are raised, that's how. Of course, the pride of the glory of the Lord.
That's to show you that I have to fight against.
Yes, you have to fight
to get here.
That's your trophy there. Thank you so much. Bemideko, you're always appreciated on this show. We appreciate your time.